Hey guys, King Trimaster here, today I'll judge your jury and your analyst, and today I bring to you a really sweet battle shoutcast of the Johto Cup with Piloswine closer. Piloswine is one of the most powerful closers in the Johto Cup. When shields are down, Bacon goes to town, and I call my Piloswine Big Bacon, the Baconator. The Wendy's Baconator is actually, I haven't had Wendy's in a while. Last time I had the Baconator wasn't that bad, but yeah, so Bacon. But yes, Piloswine is incredibly powerful Johtomon. With Avalanche and Bulldoze, it's an incredibly strong combination where you pretty much can hit everything in the Johto Cup for either super effective damage or just in general, like Avalanche does a huge amount of damage if you're managed to land it. Along with the Powder Snow buff, Piloswine is able to truck through so much of the Johto Cup meta, and you're gonna see in this shoutcast just how crazy the 2-shield breaker strat with Piloswine closer in the back, or just how Piloswine is able to pressure shields, is absolutely nuts. It also has snipe potential, and you're gonna see me snipe down Quagsire like a sniper rifle, and it's gonna be absolutely freaking nuts, and I hope you enjoy it. This was a lot of fun, and Piloswine closer when shields are down, Piloswine Bacon goes to town, and like Nuketown from Call of Duty. If you played Nuketown Call of Duty, those were the good days, man. I loved playing Call of Duty back in the day. Now I play Pokemon Go religiously. Well, not religiously. I just play PvP religiously, and then when I have my friends, yeah. But, as you see here, speaking of Bacon, my mental health tip of the day is actually related to Bacon. You guys are probably like, what the hell, King of Charm? Is like, yes. So, I did a little bit of research, and so Bacon is actually proven to effectively improve mood. That's not a joke. It has a positive neurological impact on the brain, and it's good for mental health because it reduces the natural stress on the body, gives you vitamins, and may reduce chronic mental health impairments like depression. That is not a joke. It's actually, yes. So this is actually from like, it's actually, it's really interesting just how Bacon is like able to. And from WebMD itself, it's actually like, sometimes like Bacon fat is actually good for brain development. So it's okay to let your child indulge in 1 or 2 strips of bacon once in a while. This is from, yes, this was medically reviewed by a medical doctor. So yes, bacon is healthy and bacon is good for you. Bacon is able to help you retain water. It's good for your mental health, for your mood, and actually helps you with your hangovers too. So yeah, if you're over the age of 21, yes, it can help. So the high concentration of salt and potassium bacon could help replace electrolytes. And again, good for brain development. So bacon, good for mental health. Yes. So eat bacon. Bacon is absolutely goated. And this is reasons to eat bacon. Anyways, this features Piloswine. I nicknamed mine Bacon, so I'm sorry if you hate the word bacon already. I'm going to say bacon a lot through this shoutcast. And my Bacon is going to sweep a lot of top Love Cup. Love Cup was last one. This is Johto Cup. Sweep a lot of Johto Cup teams. It does really well. So anyways, let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. Piloswine, or as I call mine, Big Bacon. Baconator. Well, Baconators aren't that great, but you know the Big Bacon is pretty good. And speaking of bacon, our freaking Skarmory is about to turn into fried freaking chicken because Ampharos on Skarmory is a horrible matchup. Yet we get a safe switch into an Ampharos, which is actually great for us because we resist these poison jabs. And Quillfish is gonna shake its tail fin. Like, well, technically it's like shake your tail feather, you know what I mean? I forgot what movie is that from, but yeah. So it's gonna shake. We're gonna shake and bake, and we're gonna try to Aqua Tail our way to victory. And this is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. We have an Ampharos, and we do resist those Volt Switches with Bacon, but Bacon, unfortunately, I'm going to refer Piloswine as Bacon, by the way. So if that annoys you, I apologize. Please don't unsubscribe. I'm just kidding. You can if you want to. But as you see here, we're just going, I'm trying to Aqua Tail the victory here, and maybe I'll go down 2 shields. Ideally, what I'd like to happen is hopefully they let it go. And they end up doing it, and we win max switch, which is great because we can line up Ampharos against our Piloswine. As you see here, the Ampharos comes in, and it's not a bad idea. I didn't just notice this is a Shadow Ampharos, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, that's even worse. Aqua Tail goes off. We do grab a shield, which is great. Maybe we can get to another one, and unfortunately we don't, just because Shadow Volt Switch is ridiculously good. But as you see here, we resist these Volt Switches. My opponent is definitely going to hit me with a Focus Blast, so I shield here for sure. So as you see, the Honest Terra comes through. The Spirit Bomb does not in fact hit me because I'm able to shield, and I am like frantically trying to get to 2 Avalanches, which I should be able to. They shouldn't be able to get to 2 Focus Blasts. And as you see here, we're going to be able to get to another one. Avalanche goes off. Our opponent is there's no way you could get to 2 Focus Blasts like this. And this should take out this Ampharos. And then we still have a ton of energy. And as you see here, I'm going to elect to go for the Bulldoze. We should be able to get there. As you see, Bulldoze is going. I'm going to get there at the same time. I might have been able to get them on CMP, but I switched into my Skarmory just in case. I wanted to CMP lock them here. So what I call CMP locking is what I do is Piloswine wins CMP against Magcargo. So all we're gonna do here is I'm gonna chip away as much as I possibly can. And because Piloswine wins CMP, we should be able to just Bulldoze for a victory in the back. Again, I might have been able to get CMP, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough chip damage because I wasn't actually sure if I was going to be able to kill the one Bulldoze. I'm pretty sure it would have because you get stabbed and you're double super effective against fire and ground and rock. But you know what? I fired at the right interval. Might as well go for the surefire win condition, and CMP locking, as I call it, is you leave an opponent in the back with energy with CMP, and you seal the win just because of the fact you'll win CMP, and again, it should KO. Now we got Legend on Legend action. We got Azu versus Skarmory. Again, very advanced thing, but I've been doing CMP locking as what I call it forever, just because of the fact that I use Shifter. I broke Shiftery, Shadow Shiftery, Deoxys Defense, and G-Fisk. I broke it into the #1 top team in PvPoke.com for Open Great League many moons ago. I believe it was like in Season 4. So one of my proudest accomplishments. And Shiftery is a great mono CMP locker opponent. As you see here, we get Hydro Pumped. We get wet, and I'm like, ah, crap. Okay, so we get hit by the Hydro Pump, and I was not expecting that. Now we're in a lot of trouble right now, so hopefully we can come out with a win con. As you see, our Foul Play does go off, but it doesn't KO our Skarmory. We're going to be able to Brave Bird here. Might grab a shield, might not, but hopefully do big damage regardless. Brave Bird does go through, and as you see here, we take this Umbreon a half HP. Because of that, I might be able to come out with a win condition. As you see here, I'm going to eat this Foul Play. I'm hoping that's not Psychic, because Psychic could do big damage here. Foul Play goes off, and then we're going to go straight for the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave should KO if they don't shield here, which is great. I'm hoping they don't shield, because if we Sludge Wave, that's great. We take out this Umbreon, and as you see here, we still have plenty of HP for a freaking Quillfish, and we still have a sack for our Skarmory. So maybe we can make something happen here. And is that a Shadow Houndoom with Fire Fang? And my brain is like, oh no, because hopefully I'm able to get to an Aqua Tail, and I do. They catch it on Azu, which is actually perfectly fine. I would have preferred to save, but that's okay. Because we have 2 shields, and I basically gonna use this bunny. I'm going to farm the unholy hell out of this Azumarill, and we're going to Avalanche our way to victory. So this is already this is gonna be really scary. Because our opponent caught that move, it's great, but I think I still have a win condition here. So as you see here, Ice Beam will go off, and then we're going to be able to farm down here. I'm going to farm down. I'm going to get just enough energy for an Avalanche. I have the double shield here, but that's fine. As you see here, my opponent is going to get to an Ice Beam, 1 HP, and a freaking Azumarill, of course. And then we're going to double up, and I'm going to have to fire Avalanche. I'm going to have to double up on Avalanche, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get to another Bulldoze from here. And the Fire Fang goes through. So as you see here, I'm trying to get to Bulldoze, but there's no way in heck I'm going to get to it. I recognize that immediately. So as you see here, we're going to fire Avalanche. What I'm hoping is my opponent blows their energy. As you see here, I send in Quillfish, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to send in Piloswine, and again, here they blow their energy, which I absolutely need to happen. Because what's going to happen here, I should be able to get to an Air Slash because of the way I'm like going back and forth here. And as you see, the Air Slash goes through, and that's GG's. Don't ask me how I found that win condition. I'm like, okay, you know, if I line everything right and they fire, because they fired and this KOs, I should be able to get an Air Slash through, and that should KO. Because when you swap in, you get that fast move through, and the fast move registers first, as you see there. So, lots of fanciness. So we came, that was a freaking crazy, that was a crazy freaking battle. That battle was nuts, by the way. As you see here, we get a Quagsire into our Skarmory switched in. Because I have an Ariados. But I don't switch out because my back row doesn't do well against Quagsire. I could probably send Piloswine, but I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I might as well stay in and then Sky Attack to victory. Because this is a Shadow Quagsire, so that means they're going to take a lot of damage. Our opponent elects a shield, which is great because I do need these shields. And then I'm going to end up shielding anyway. Hopefully I can get some extra air slashes through these charge moves. And I do. So as you see here, the Stone Edge will go off, but we will shield it. And then I'm going to fire a Sky Attack. Hopefully we grab the second shield. If not, that's fine. My game plan here is I'm going to get this guy to go through. I'm going to send in Piloswine, and I'm going to snipe down. Perfect game plan executed beautifully, as you see here. We got the little extra energy, except that's a Mad Cargo. And my brain is like, oh no, that's a Mad Cargo. I'm in trouble. As you see here, I'm gonna go straight Bulldoze. However, because I have energy lead and the fact that I still have shields, I should be able to get to another Bulldoze here. I'm gonna shield this next move. I get to a Bulldoze, and I should be able to take out this Mad Cargo. So as you see here, we do shield the Stone Edge. I'm going to get to a Bulldoze, and this should KO. We still have a whole Quillfish, and because we fired, even though that Sarah would do, this should KO, and that Incinerate damage will never register. Bam, goes through, and we get Ariados. They have to blow their energy here, or we'll get to an Avalanche, and we still have a Quillfish. I have a Skarmory. This is GG's. Despite the fact that, despite this, and all we're going to do is get to a Sky Attack, and then you should KO for the dub. Really sweaty match. Well, not really sweaty because we got Ariados and Skarmory, but as you see here, that snipe down on that Quagsire was sweet. Sky Attack goes through, this KOs this Ariados, and that's GG's. These battles are freaking nuts. But as you see, Piloswine, or my Baconator, well, the Baconator. You know, I should call it the Baconator. Even though Wendy's Baconators are terrible, yeah. And we get Legend on Legend action. And we got Umbreon into Skarmory. Our opponent actually wins this lead. Umbreon actually beats Skarmory in the 2 shields, unless you're able to Brave Bird through. As you see here, we're just going to be a little fancy here. My idea here is I'm going to let Skarmory go. And then we're going to try to farm down this Umbreon with whatever we have left. Foul Play does go through. I'm going to fire Sky Attacks. And we're just going to straight Sky Attack. I should probably fire a Brave Bird, but the issue is, the reason why I don't want to do that is because I don't want to get farmed. So you're going to see at like the end of this, I believe I should Brave Bird instead of Sky Attack. But again, I don't want to get farmed, and I want to farm down Umbreon. Foul Play goes through, and we can't take one more, so I'm trying to get to this Brave Bird. Oh, excuse me. Dang. I'm tired. Not really, I'm not tired. I just yawned, but yes, yawn. King of Charmanders is waiting for this matchup to end. That's why I'm yawning right now, because freaking Umbreon versus Skarmory. This next Foul Play is going to go up, but I will in fact shield, and then I just want to win alignment. So as you see here, we go plan B. So I'm going to fire Sky Attack, and I want to keep alignment. Ideal, I should have Brave Bird. I'm down shields, but hopefully we can make something happen. And they actually end up shielding, so I was like, okay. I'll let Skarmory go. We'll take it to the 1 shield. I'm going to farm you down with freaking Piloswine completely. The full freaking farm down with a bazillion energy. Now, as you see here, they're not actually able to get to another Foul Play, which is great. And we get a Politoed, and my brain is like, ah, crap. Okay, so I have to try to catch a Weather Ball. Keywords try. Bulldoze goes through, does half damage. And as you see here, we don't want to eat the Weather Balls. I try to catch on it, but my opponent doesn't fall for it, which is perfectly fine. This is definitely a Weather Ball. There's no way this is an Earthquake. As you see, Weather Ball goes through, and then we should be able to resist. The resisted damage goes through, and then we get an Ariados. So this is actually great. I'm like, okay, we resist Ariados' attacks. Aqua Tail, we get to Aqua Tail really quickly, so then maybe we'll be able to make it to where I can farm down this Ariados, throw all that energy in the back, and that should be GG's. So as you see, Lunge goes through. That's perfectly fine if they get the debuff because we resist it, and we should be able to fire off this Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail goes off, and then as you see here, we grab that next shield, which is actually great for us. We're going to be able to get to 1 more Aqua Tail, and as you see here, game plan is actually set, and I'm vibing pretty hard right now. The Aqua Tail goes off, and then they should have to blow their energy, which is what we get. Want to blow the energy, and then freaking Ariados, man, it's so strong. But you know what? We should be able to farm down here. I'm gonna go for the full. I'm gonna farm it down completely, and then we should be able to get to a Bulldoze. This might be a Lunge, which is perfectly fine. Or cross pose it. I won't shield this. So as you see, Cross Poison goes through. They try to break my shield, but that's perfectly fine. And call it correctly, even if they lunged, I should be able to get to like 2 avalanches or like Bulldoze plus some chip. Bulldoze goes through, that KOs, and then we should be able to Powder Snow down for the W. Legend on legend action, but I come out at the end of it despite the fact that you won the lead, and that's GG's. Freaking Piloswine is nuts. 2 Bulldozes takes out this freaking Politoed, and we are vibing super hard. My bacon, big bacon. Bacon sounds really good right now. I haven't eaten dinner yet, but bacon sounds really freaking good right now. We get Skarmory into Skarmory action, so we get the mirror match. So ideally, what you should do in the mirror match is try to get some extra air slashes through. But as we know, Go Battle League is never consistent, and fast move, getting extra fast moves is never consistent. And I don't even think it was. I remember playing PvP when it first came out, and like fast moves through charge moves was like never really a thing. Well, it was a thing, but then it was like it wasn't really to work as intended. It was never as terrible as this one. Sky attacks go through. I have a rank 2 Skarmory though, so what I'm hoping to happen here is that little extra bulk, or I get those extra air slashes, and they switch into a Quagsire, and my brain is like, okay, Quag-Core. So I should be able to eat a Stone Edge here, but I have enough energy to where I can get to another Sky attack. I'm trying to build up to a Brave Bird because I'm hoping I can break a shield, but that's perfectly fine. As you see here, Stone Edge does go off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire another Sky attack. Because we resist Mud Shot here, though, I'm pretty comfy right now. I'm not going to lie. Sky attack goes through, and then I send in my Piloswine. And remember what I did, the sniping thing I did before? I did the same exact thing to this Quagsire, which is freaking great. And I'm vibing right now. Ooh, I managed to do it again. Let's go. And we're going to be able to get to an Avalanche here. And this Skarmory is in big trouble because I still have 2 shields. And you're going to just see how Big Bacon is able to absolutely just run over our opponent's team. Big Bacon is elo to take that last shield. We're just going to shield completely here. And our opponent is going to be absolutely annihilated by my Piloswine. Big Bacon is going to stampede all of my opponent's elo. Well, actually, yeah, they aren't legend yet. So we're technically going to stomp through their elo. Feels bad, man. So as you see here, I should be able to grab a second shield here. Or they're going to let their Skarmory go. In this case, we do bring the second shield, and then I'm just going to let this go. We have Quillfish in the back. My Piloswine's like, Dad, don't kill me, so I shield. And then what I'm going to do is that I still have my Quillfish, but I should be able to get to an Avalanche anyways. As you see here, Avalanche goes through, and they manage to get Sky Attack, and my brain is like, oh no. Sky Attack goes through, and we don't die. So I banked this Avalanche, and we get Lantern. So, this is the funny part. I don't even think I'll need it. Watch what happens here. This is actually pretty nuts. So, we fire off the Sludge Wave. This does big damage. Fire off the Sludge Wave does big damage. And our opponent is getting a lot of energy. I'm not sure why. As you see, this Aqua Tail goes off. And I'm like thinking like, are they gonna fire? Because ideally, you should fire Thunderbolts. Yeah, you should fire Thunderbolt. And they actually don't fire. This will go through, and this should KO at this range. Aqua Tail goes through, KOs the Lantern. I have an Avalanche banked, and I should be able to get to another Aqua Tail, and that's GG's. Either way, my opponent was pretty much screwed. But, yeah, Quillfish slaps. With Piloswine, Big Bacon, and Quillfish, the pressure is there. The double shield breaker strat comes through, and Big Bacon gets us a bunch of content and a lot of W's. I hope you enjoyed the Shoutcast. Piloswine Closer is incredibly powerful. As you see here, it's great for the Johto Cup, and I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As you see, my Baconator went like the power of ice. It was like Todoroki, man. If you watch My Hero Academia, yes, anime nerd reference here. Freaking Todoroki and the ice, like fire and ice, just, well, mostly ice. As you see, it totally froze the competition. Not like Frozen for Disney, by the way. That movie is, I wouldn't say it's overrated. It's a good movie. I mean, it was just, you know, Let It Go was just one of the most annoying songs in like, oh, it was so overplayed. Anyways, Bacon is not like Elsa. I would never name my Bacon for my Piloswine Elsa, even though, actually, is it a female? I actually never, like, yeah, now that we're on the topic of Frozen. Anyways, while I'm looking this up, as you see here, there's a little sub box at the bottom right, next to my 2 Charmazers here. If you do me a huge favor, liking and subscribing is totally free, and I really appreciate my current subscribers. And again, it's totally free, and it really helps out the channel. And again, I love my current subscribers, and I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy all my content. As actually, it's a dude, so never mind, it's not Elsa. It takes its rightful place as Bacon, but yes. I also Yes, it's bacon. So, anyways, yes, please like and subscribe. It's totally free. Again, really appreciate my current subscribers. Again, good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see you guys on the next video.